So my story at NC State started with kind of a general interest in health and nutrition, and so naturally I went for the biology major, and then realized quickly that there wasn't a lot of nutrition within those courses, and so I set up a meeting with Dr. Ash and took her 301 class and fell in love, and so that's kind of where my nutrition journey got started. And then after that, I realized that this was a really cool thing and how applicable it was to my everyday life and everyone's everyday life. And I knew that I wanted to do something possibly in physical therapy or medicine later on in my career, and so how just useful information this is for your patient's health and well-being. And so I started to seek out other opportunities, including undergraduate research in the nutrition department. And I knew that I wasn't a bench top person. Bench top is great experience, but I knew that I was going to have to do something a little more community-based, and got in touch with Dr. Goodell and started doing research related to children's fruit and vegetable preferences, and developing a tool in order to see how we could assess that and best assess where education needs to go within a toddler population, and absolutely loved it. Actually ended up deciding on medical school, and I was excited to be able to use the nutrition knowledge that I learned at NC State in order to educate patients in the future. And I was excited about the idea that you could empower someone to make those choices themselves, and having the knowledge here that I gained at NC State would allow me to do that. I continued that passion with the development of a children's book called Where is Henry? So Where is Henry is about a little girl, and she take her favorite snack, they're carrots, and just like Henry's, and so it's her day to play with the class bunny, and she gets to school and the bunny's missing, but she had a healthy snack, and her two other friends that are main characters in the story, their snacks weren't as healthy, so when it came to chase Henry on the playground, she was able to be the hero of the day. It can be a classroom or a PE classroom, and they can exercise while doing the story, and then at the end we tie it up and talk about the healthy snack moral of the story and how they incorporate those things into their daily lives and the importance of daily activities. So, and the kids are all running within the story. It's a great way, hopefully, to get children excited about reading and exercise, and these things called carrots and how they're awesome, and vegetables and fruits, and just hopefully and hoping that they'll take that home to their families as well. So my current job is being a medical student, and I love it. So now we just started our rotational year. It's the third year, and I've loved every minute. You're always in a diverse situation. It never gets boring. So I have done my pediatrics rotation and currently on OBGYN, and even in just those two rotations, seeing how nutrition plays a role from the young age to this mom's getting ready to have a baby, and she wants to change her diet because she wants to be healthy for her baby. I think when I get farther within my training, I'll figure out what it is that allows me to do the things that I love on a daily basis within the realm of medicine, and then also have that nutritional education component. My typical day, it varies. It starts usually fairly early, so it can start as early as 5, or it can start, a little later, late in the morning of 7:30 or something like that. But so I'll go to the hospital and we'll round on patients, and that just entails going around, checking in with them, see how they're doing, come up with a plan for them, and then based on the rotation or based on if we're in surgery, that might be a full OR day, and so you're in the OR all day. Or you might be in the clinic all day, which is really fun, which is when you get those educational opportunities, which I love. So it really varies, but it's always interesting, and it's never a dull moment. Using nutrition in my daily work life is a very frequent thing, and more so than I thought it would be. It's great to have that fundamental knowledge to go in and talk with a patient about, they have basic questions about, well, what do I buy in the grocery store that's the healthier version of bread, the brown bread, what is that? Well, I can talk to them, and I have the skills to educate them on those choices, and so that's a really neat thing for me as well, and I attribute to my education here at the nutrition department. What I learned about myself after graduation was I learned how much that I didn't know. There's always something to learn, and I think keeping that perspective keeps you humble, and it allows you to seek opportunities to be a problem solver. And they're not problems. I like to think of them as opportunities, because they are opportunities, and they're opportunities to find out what you're passionate about, whether it's related to nutrition or, you know, some subset of nutrition or science, and finding a problem and solving it. So find out what you're passionate about, and you may not know what that is, and that's a really daunting task. But to try new things and seek out opportunities to determine what your passion is, and really focus on that, and not so much of, yes, you're going to get a wonderful degree from NC State in nutrition, but there's so many things that you can do with that, and really focusing in on how you want to do that and how you want to put your mark on it. Do the things you're passionate about, because that comes through. You can have an awesome resume and then in an interview not convey the conviction and the passion for the things that you do on a daily basis if you don't do things for possibly the right reasons. And I think life is a lot easier, and you'll have a much more rewarding life if you do it, if you enjoy it. So just really keeping in mind what you're passionate about, what you look forward to get up and doing every day, and using the wonderful resources that you have around you right now. So it's really a blessing.